Okay, what's up, everybody? It's your big man Thor H13 with the Broke Ass Podcast Network, and I am here with TOWELLIE HD Gaming. Can we get a hammers up?
Hammers up.
So, TOWELLIE, tell us about yourself.
My name is TOWELLIE. Sorry, my voice is a little gone. I'm at BlizzCon, so this is about the worst you're going to hear me. My name is TOWELLIE. I am with TOWELLIE Gaming. There is no more HD, by the way.
Okay.
I stream on, I'm a partner on twitch.tv. I live in SoCal. And I'm not really one of the kind of guys that enjoys those long walks on the beach. Unless there's a computer there and I can game a little bit.
Okay, tell me what got you into gaming? How did it start out?
My dad needed to find a way to keep me occupied when I was a kid. I never wanted to go out. I never wanted to do activities like basketball or baseball or anything like that. So he's like, we have to get you into something. And so he just got me Nintendo. I just started gaming.
Nice. What was your first game you've ever played on the Nintendo?
I don't remember.
Or remember?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was Friday the 13th because I loved scary movies like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. So I played that game. I was terrible at it. I tried.
No, you're not terrible. It's actually one of the worst games of all time. It's so badly controlled that it doesn't tell you what to do. Even in the instruction manual, it doesn't tell you what to do, really.
It doesn't tell you. You just have to like go from like little house to house. You take the boat in the lake. Where's it gonna go? I don't even know. And then you just die.
Nice.
Yeah, Friday the 13th is the first one I remember.
Okay. What got you into WoW?
My friend over here from New Jersey, him and his friends were. They played World of Warcraft in our offices, and I used to always make fun of them. You know, I would be like, they'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna play some WoW tonight. It's gonna be awesome." And I was a big FPS guy. I used to play on like competitive teams for like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress Classic, and I would always like taunt these guys. You know, I'd be like, "Look at these orc bitches over here with their stupid World of Warcraft, blah blah blah." And they're like, "You gotta try, trust me." So I tried it, and you know, it was. Then I took a couple of days off of work, called in sick for a few days, and then it was pretty much over after that.
Okay.
Fast forward 10 years later.
And here we are.
Right.
Okay. So where did you find your passion into competitive gaming? You said that you was in some competitive streams. Like, how did you come along that passion?
I don't really do much competitive gaming. Like, I did it when I was younger, back when my hands could actually move pretty fast. I'm like 33, so you know, when I was like in my early 20s and late teens, I'd be in Team Fortress Classic. There were some leagues at that time. At that time, there was like no esports. The only esports figure you heard of was like Jonathan Wendell Fatality, and that was pretty much about it. You had like the Unreal tournaments and the Quake tournaments, but I was like in Cal Omega. I was in STA and a bunch of other, I guess call it clan competition websites for Team Fortress Classic, but I don't know. I guess it was just that drive to, you know, try and be good at something, you know, in the gaming world that, you know, kind of motivated me back then. It still motivates me now, but I'm not good anymore.
Speaking of being good at video games, I can tell that you're a good WoW player now. You're always in the hardcore, our hardcore raids, getting it done before the next pack is coming out. How did you get into raiding?
I just like tanking. Once I knew what tanking was about, I just enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, if you guys watch me on Twitch or on YouTube, that's all I do is tank. I have like 13 tanks at level 90, and I just level a bunch of tanks all the time. I don't know, tanking is kind of like that feeling like you're always in control, and you're kind of like the backbone and the shield behind your entire raid, and if you go down, everyone goes down. In reality, you have an off tank, so if you go down, you just get battle res, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good to tank, and you know, I'm with Death Chester, Storm Rage, Alliance, PvE. Please don't join that server; it's pretty packed. And we just, you know, we enjoy, you know, progression rating. You know, we're not hardcore. We don't do like the top 3 or top 5, you know, but we enjoy just competing in general, and you know, finishing content in an early fashion, so that we can take a break at the end.
So you mentioned Twitch earlier. How did you get into Twitch and streaming and live streaming? How did you come along this service to the community? Like, when did you start streaming?
I started on YouTube with a TGN network, and with the streaming, I just wanted to try it. I went on like, what is it called, Xfire? Yeah, I went on Xfire, that's where I started. And I saw all these other guys playing WoW and, you know, like PvPing and a few little raiding. I know MMO Champion used to host like these old school like rating streams, and I was like, what's this X-Fire stuff? So then I started doing it. I don't know, I liked it. So I took whatever, I guess, fan base I had accumulated on YouTube, asked them to come watch me stream, and one thing led to another, and I just grew a passion for talking to people and having fun and interacting with the community and building relationships with people. Not just trying to, not just like being like, oh, I'm elite superstar guy, just watch me all day because I'm amazing. I kind of like to build relationships with people, and I guess that's what people like about me too. So, I mean, that's what got me into it, was just basically acknowledging that it existed, and then trying to get myself to see how I would like it, and it worked out pretty well.
How has streaming on Twitch and playing WoW changed your life?
Well, I mean, I do it for a living now, so it's basically my entire life. But it's like a blessing, man. You can't really explain the feeling that you have when you're streaming in front of like a couple of thousand people, and you realize that you're not only just entertaining people and acting like a goofball and talking about porn and stupid shit like that. You're actually like affecting other people's lives. Other people now, they almost like they rely on you every day to be there to entertain them, to make them happy. Like if I had a nickel for every time I had someone tell me how my live stream has kept them from being depressed, or I had some situation, I just got divorced and you're the only thing that's keeping me sane right now, or I'm having one of those days where I just feel like I'm just gonna cut myself, but watching you is keeping me from doing that. I hear all these stories, like just the other day here at BlizzCon, there was a gentleman that he still watches me today, and he was talking about how like his dad had like cancer, and the only thing that was helping him get through like the troubling times that was just watching the live stream, just watching me goof off and play. So stuff like that just makes me realize what I do is not just playing games, it's something special that affects other people in their lives. And I think all of us streamers, we all feel the same on Twitch, and YouTubers as well. We touch other people in a way that probably no one else can. From a gaming standpoint, entertainment standpoint, we invite all of you guys into our lives, and we all just hang out together like we're just at a bar having some beers.
What is your short-term goal? Like, what's the next thing that you want to accomplish with streaming and gaming?
I wanted to go wide, man. I know them. Like I want streaming to take off. I wanted to get bigger. I wanted to get outside the internet. I want it on TV. Like we have, like right now, like over here in BlizzCon, they have the World of Warcraft and the Heroes of the Storm and the Hearthstone being broadcast on ESPN3. I wanted to go beyond that. I wanted to hit like the real radio, like when I want people to be driving their cars to work every morning and hear the Thor broke ass podcast show, and you just have you guys in the studio, but representing Twitch, Same thing with I want esports to blow up bigger than it is now. I want it to get, not just, one time a year where it's at the Staples Center in LA. I want it to be I want Twitch to have their own network, and all of us are just in that group with them. So I mean, the next step for streaming is to become a network itself. I think they can do that.
Okay, you say you did try competitive play before with TF2. Now that Blizzard has Overwatch, it seems a lot like TF2. Do you think you're gonna try to go a little bit competitively with Overwatch?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really like TF2 to begin with. I'm just a Team Fortress Classic guy.
Okay, sorry.
But I do play TF2. But for me, Overwatch is like TF2 on cocaine. It's pretty awesome. And I just like how the game is just a mix of an FPS with little elements of a MOBA. You have it's like an FPS with ultimates. It's pretty awesome. And I mean, it looks good. It plays good. It's very fluid movements. It's fast paced. Even though it does take a little of the ideas of Team Fortress 2, I think Team Fortress has that thing where you escort the cart.
Yeah, payload.
Yeah, and they have the same thing with the payload or whatever. So they're kind of taking a page out of their book. But sometimes you have to just take someone else's idea and just wrap it around and make it better and see how it goes. And I think it's going to be successful. But am I going to play competitive? I'm fucking old, so. I can make an old bastards FPS team and see if anyone invites us to anything. But I mean, I'm gonna play hardcore, but I don't think I'll play an esports level.
Okay. For Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
What tank are you going to be maining?
Paladin tank.
Paladin
tank with a Guardian tank as my off tank, as my secondary tank that I'll be concentrating on.
Is there a reason why Paladin is going to be your main?
Yeah, because I trust them. I don't know, like I think paladins just always bring a lot of raid utility to to the environment. Like there's not really any other tanks that could just start spot healing and spot shielding other players. And I always feel like a paladin tank they've always been a powerful tank. Like block tanks have always been pretty dominant in WoW. And you add that extra element of being able to help out your raid in a time of need. You could be like that 6th or 7th healer when they need it, or when all the other healers don't have any cooldowns left and your other tank is dying. You could throw out a hand of sack, or you could throw out lay on hands. You could throw out a flash of light. And I just love paladin tanks just because they're like the overall like best tank in my opinion. They don't move as good as warriors do, unfortunately, but I still take it over any other tank right now.
So how long do you think it will take you guys to down the first tier of raids on heroic mode?
You mean mythic or heroic?
Mythic, my apologies, yeah.
I might not be done with heroic in 2 days. I don't know. It all depends. I mean, I know that we're going to be going with about 4 days of raiding per week, which is pretty good. Maybe like 3 to 4 hours each day. So we're probably going to hit it hard in the beginning. I know we have a plan to kind of just start feeding gear to our mains by having 2 separate raids before they open up Mythic. So hopefully we'll be well prepared for that. If I had to guess, we usually finish those things up in about 2 months. I know that they said that the Blackrock Foundry. Do you mean just the first raid or the whole
first raid? The
whole first raid. Oh, yeah, probably 2 months, maybe less. We're pretty prepared. We played a lot in the beta together, so I'm pretty confident we're gonna smash through that.
Okay, I got one more question, and it's about Twitch.
All right.
With the Twitch community being so saturated now, with all the PlayStation 4 and Xbox streamers and other PC streamers since the release of the new systems,
okay.
It seems you would say that streamers have gone up in numbers, right?
Yeah.
Can you give any advice to stand out from those new streamers? Like to try to make it in Twitch, to be known? Got any advice?
Just be yourselves. Always be honest. When you do streaming, do it because you want to have fun. Don't think about the dollar bills or the money or anything like that. If somehow that starts to happen, then you can maybe build your own plan. But always come with a positive attitude into streaming. Don't think about the money. Don't think about the drama. Don't think about the e-fame or anything like that. They're like, oh, I want to be like this guy, so I'm going to do exactly what he does. Just be yourself. Do what you would normally do. Act like yourself, and just find your. That's what I'm looking for, Chris. Niche. Find your. Is that you say? You say niche? I have bad grammar. Niche. Is it niche? He says it's niche. Find your own niche. I thought it was niche. Just do it for fun. Don't do it for any of those reasons. And you'll start to learn that when you start streaming and it's for fun, then you'll start thinking of these crazy ideas for your live stream to just build it up. And but don't I never tell people, hey, yeah, quit school or quit your job to start streaming because we're making so much money right now. You're gonna do it too. As Thor just said, it's a very heavily saturated market. But go in there, do it for fun. If you like it and you think you can make something of it, then come up with a game plan. Come up with your own I guess your own road that you want to pave to try and be successful at it.
All right, I think I'm done with the question. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the viewers of the Broadcast Podcast?
Good luck with the podcast to you guys.
Thank you.
Always successful. I'll be shouting it out. And Thor is an amazing human being. And he hugs me and he cracks my back every year for me at BlizzCon.
I give legendary hugs.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Tally.
No problem, man. Hammers up.
Hammers up.